begin, I'll give you all a little introduction about myself. It's always good to do that now, right? My name is Michelle Thomas. Okay. I did my BA in the US. I have a BA in education. Currently hoping to start my master's, but not yet. You know how it is. Tomorrow. The tomorrow has never come yet, right? So, inshallah, hopefully, I'll start it by the end of the year, right? All right. Sweetie, boys especially, I'm 51 years old, right? I might be like your grandparents' age. So, sweetheart, I will, like, if you give a good answer, I need to tell you all who I am, what kind of mannerisms I have, so you all will be cool with it, right? So, if you give a good answer, I might, like, for example, Leon, right? I might say, well done, baby girl, or I might come and touch your hand or give you a pat on the back, right? What I'm trying to tell you all is, baby girl, that is who I am. I don't mean anything. Like you can see, I told you all my age, 51 years, old woman, right? So I don't mean anything other than that. It's just that I'm happy that you understood. And also, I'll call you all baby girls. Like when I said baby girl, you were like, come baby. Sit. Sit, son. Right? That is you will get used to it. I think this is your first class in Platinum. First class in Platinum. You get used to the lecturers, darling. We have our own kind of quirks, I can say. Now, my kind of thing is I will always call anyone baby girl. And whether you are a girl, boy, fruit or flower, I'll call you baby girl. You'll get used to it. Right? You make me angry, I'll call you grandma or grandpa. That's all. Right? I don't scream at students, but if you don't do your homework, I kind of get mad because I put homework in the group. I will give your homework. So the reason I'm getting mad is because I am a mother of 3. I have 3 boys, right? I know, sweetheart, how difficult the economy is, right? Your parents are paying a lot of money to send you here. So, sweetie, forget about being a teacher. As a mother, if I don't guide you in the correct path, I'm not doing the correct thing. Understood? So what will happen, sweeties, is initially I might give you a chance. First essay, second essay, because each week you'll be getting, not each week, maybe 2 or 3 essays a month you'll have to write. Come, sweetheart. Right? I'll give you my email address, or I can send it to me by email, but I want handwritten essays so I can see your handwriting, all that. Okay. So sit, my son, sit wherever you want. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 17. Right. So you can sit wherever you want. That's fine with me. That's perfectly all right. Sorry, what was I saying? About, okay, your homework. So you need to, when you won't do your homework like twice or thrice, I will give your parents a call. Okay? I'm not doing it out of malice because I'm angry with you or anything, sweetheart. I just need your parents to know what you're doing because it's a lot of money. You all know, right, how much your parents have to forego to pay your tuition classes. It's not just one tuition class, it's a lot of classes, right? So because of that, not because of anything else, right? And I'll be putting my essays in the group, right? Now, once you all say your numbers, I'll make a group and add all of you all into that. Come, sweetheart, come. Come, sit, son. A minute, I think we'll ask you. Right, sweetie? So I'll be putting essays in the group. I'll give you all about 10 days. I give you all to write the essay. Not that I said it today and you have to do it tomorrow. Not like that. Okay. So you will send it to me by email or by and either way it's supposed to be handwritten. All right. So that's about me, where my teaching experience goes. I was a government teacher initially. I was teaching in Kandy. That was my first job, being a teacher. So kind of that's what pulled me towards being a teacher. After that, of course, I was a teacher for 5 years. After that, I went overseas because of financial constraints. I couldn't manage with my teacher salary. So I was a banker. I was in a couple of overseas countries. That's where I got my BA also from. And returned to Sri Lanka in 2009. Returned to Sri Lanka in 2009 and was doing kind of some charity classes in Kandy. Then moved to Colombo 2015. Started teaching again in 2017. And then was the principal of the school. That kind of, how shall I say, that kind of barred my love for teaching, being a principal, because I didn't like that. Management is more money-minded, and that's not who I am. So my two youngest sons studied here. So while in that interim, they had offered me a job a couple of times, the management, but I did not take because that will clash with my being a teacher. So after that, I left there and I joined here. I'm here since 2018. My classes are easygoing, sweetheart, as long as you do the work. See, you will check not only my classes, all the classes in Platinum. It's not like in school, right? Where the teacher say, hey, I'm teaching, be quiet and listen. It's not like that. You will see now, after this, you're having remaster, right? Accounts. Hey, we'll sing in the class. It's all different, sweetheart, right? Our teaching methods are very different. Same with me, right? I'll make jokes when I get to know y'all. I might kind of like put two and two together. You know what I mean, right? It's just for fun. I don't mean anything out of it. It's just that, sweetheart, it's boring when you have to talk about the whole thing only about, and English is a difficult subject. It's a boring subject. It's difficult plus boring. Correct? Now you always see in the others, they can make fun, they can do a lot of things. In mine, it's a boring subject, it's a difficult subject. So we do a little bit of stuff here and there to get the monotony out. Okay? So we might do a little games. If I feel that you're like getting bored, we might do a little games, or we might tell some funny story to get the monotony out. Another thing, most of my examples that I use for teaching would be kind of to do with love or a girlfriend, boyfriend, or relationships or breaking up. The reason I'm doing that, sweetheart, you all are all but children of 13, 14, 15, all teenagers, right? Come, sweetie. Right? You're all in that age. So if I do make a example like that, you all will remember. You all will tend to remember. Instead of me talking about the economy and talking about the fuel crisis or talking about what is Gotabaya Rajapaksa or something like that, you all won't remember. Right? You all will remember if I do make some kind of thing that you can relate to. Right? So you all will see that one of the reasons is, now I told you all initially I'm 51 years old. My teacher, Miss Ratna, who taught us math, right? I'll tell you all why, from where I got that. When I was in grade, when I was doing O-levels, so do the math and see how many years back. Okay. So we had, I don't know whether you all have math separated now, but when we were studying, we had math separated. Geometry, algebra, and arithmetic. Right? Algebra is the one I hate. I don't know whether you all hate. I hate to find the X and the Y, and who cares about the X anyway. So that was how it was. So after the interval, we had one period of algebra. I went to an all-girls school, Good Shepherd Kandy. So just imagine, after the interval, one period of algebra, we were all nodding. Okay. All of you all saved your number, darling, on the phone. The new students? Yeah? Awesome. So then what the teacher did was Miss Ratnaika. She was short. Now just imagine me calling someone short. So you can imagine how short she was. Okay. She did this, baby girl. She used a new method to kind of get us hooked onto the subject. What she did was, you all can understand singular to some extent, right? Anyone? I mean, I'm not going to use, I don't know singular words either. You all can understand, right? All of you, right? I told you I went to Good Shepherd Candy. So she said, X kiyanne, I'm going to talk in singular because it was a X kiyanne Trinity College eකට යන ලස්සන කොල්ලෙක්. Okay, now just imagine we are girls of 13, 14, whatever. How we would have reacted? Come, sweetheart. Right? How we would have reacted, like all girls also. And baby girl, not like you all now. Right? You all have the mobile, you all can call. We had nothing. Right? Only the very rich people had a landline. Right? We used to go in the school bus. So not like you all, no school transport, nothing, right? So just imagine when a teacher calls and said, Trinity College, how all the girls would have been, right? Why kiyanne candy convent eකට යනවා ඔයගොල්ලන් වගේ So what he said, what the teacher said is එදෙන්න බඳිනවා. They're getting married. එදෙන්නට ළමයි දෙන්නෙක් හම්බෙනවා. Right? Then අපි බලන්න ඕනේ how many boys and how many girls they got. So that is the method she used to get us hooked onto the subject. Right? So that is why I said most of my examples also, I'll be talking to you all about the girlfriends and boyfriends and whatnot, those kind of stuff, nothing, all PG rated, okay, nothing beyond that, but to get you all into the lessons. So far, okay, baby girls? Any questions? And please feel free. Sweetie, this is your class. This is not my class. This is your class. You all are paying money. For this 2 hours, I am your servant. You get what I'm saying? Not in the literal sense, but you understand what I'm saying, darling. Right? Whatever. I will explain 100 times if you want. Right? Provided you pay attention also. That's why I said put the phones on silent and put it in the bag. It will kind of mess us up while we are doing, right? So I will explain 100 times. If you don't understand, you can send me a WhatsApp message. Miss, I didn't understand that. If you're shy, I won't use your name the next day in the class. I'll say one of you had asked me this question. This is the answer to that. If you're okay in me using your name, I'll go ahead. What we will do is the next day before I start my class, we'll clear the doubts of the previous class and then start. Hi, come. Space. Okay. So please feel free to ask me any questions. Sweetheart, it might look, the others might laugh at you. Who cares? You're going, clearing your doubt. Right? Or maybe some others might be shy to ask the question you're having, that you're having in your mind. So you're doing a favor to that person. Right? So whatever doubts you're having, please feel free to ask me. I will clear it out. Okay. Now, baby girls, any other questions you all have for me? Sweetie, there's few students who came just now, right? Could you save your name like this for me? So I can add you all onto the WhatsApp group. A few students came in just now, right? You saved your name. And then pass it on, darling. Guys, any questions? Feel free, please feel free. Any questions you all have? No? Now today, okay. Students waiting. Right. So that is the kind of introduction I have to give you all. Now here, baby, today we are going to do something called common errors that students make when they're writing. The reason I'm doing this, baby girl, please, in your right. You are doing spec A or B? Let me get that. Who is doing A? You're doing in school, you're doing A. Are you doing A? Are you doing in school or you're doing in platinum? In platinum, you're doing B, baby. You're doing A in school. Who else is doing A? A in school? In platinum, baby girl, okay, I'll tell you all the reason why I'm doing that also. So only I'll help you out with it. Don't worry. Everything is the same, except you will have what's the word I'm looking for here now? You will have poems. Other than that, everything is the same. The reason I'm doing spec B, baby girl, is now spec A, right? Spec B. I'll explain that also to you all. If you're doing from platinum, I do spec B because spec B is pretty straightforward, right? Spec, why my love? You look confused. You, yes, you're fine. Right. Spec A, sweetheart, you will see seen texts. 2 seen texts, 2 unseen texts, and you will have the, I forgot the word here. You'll have the poems. What is the word I'm looking for here? Anyway, you'll have poems that you'll have to decide. Right? Spec B, you will have 2 unseen texts only. Thank you, my love. Only 2 unseen texts. Here, what will happen, sweetheart, is you are going to repeat this in both cases. Understood, Pute? Right? You will have, now here you have to get 190, right? Here you have to get 90 marks. Here you have to get 90 marks. And here, darling, you have to repeat the same thing. Whereas in spec B, you do it only once 3 hour, 1 3-hour paper. Right? Here you have this 3 hours, this 3 hours, and this is a 1.5 hour paper. So 3 papers. The more papers, keep it there, it's all right. The more papers, the more you have to pay. You know, you're not paying for the subject, you're paying for the papers. Understood? You're paying for the paper. So that is one reason I don't do this. And the other reason is that in poems we already have literature, because that's an additional workload. Right? Here you have 2 unseen texts. You will have to, first you will have a question of 1 mark. Right? Then you will, no, actually that is 2 marks. Right? Then you will have a question of 10 marks. A long question. Right? Then you will have, that is from the text 1. Now this is the same thing here, double up. Right? Text 1. Then you have another 3-mark question and a 10-mark question. That is from text 2. Right? And then that is now we have already covered 25 marks. Then you have a 15-mark question from both texts. Then you have 30 marks for your transactional writing and 30 marks for your essay. So this is the 100 marks here. When you get over 90, you get a 9. 9 or any stuff, right? Here, my love, you have to do this twice. The same thing. So that's why I don't do it, because you don't have to study only for English to baby girl. You have at least another 4 subjects to study minimum, right? Plus, you don't have to pay only for English also. Here you have to pay for 3 papers. So I think it's about 25,000 a paper, something like that. Right? Here, only for 1 paper you pay. It's easy for you all, and the syllabus is extensive. I have about 30 odd tunes to cover with you all for the syllabus. So if I'm going to do this here, it's going to take, maybe you won't have time to do papers there. So for you, I'll help you with the anthology. Anthology, that was the word I was looking for. I'll help you with the anthology part. But if you're doing from platinum, I prefer you do spec B. It's not like math pute. In math, you have higher tier and lower tier. Correct? It's not like that. It's English spec A, English spec B. It's just that you are cutting down on your workload. That's it. It's not like the spec B is lower than spec A or anything like that. It's not like that. Understood, Pute? So platinum students, you'll be doing Spec B with me. I have only you who's doing Spec A. I'll help you out. My son with the anthology, only the anthology part, I'll help you out. Right? So because of that, now you all can see Putune, this is 60 marks here. Right? Right? This is 60 marks. That's why I am starting with the common errors you all are doing in your writing. So that you don't, this is all writing, no Pute? This is all writing, right? And I'll show you all how that 30 marks is also, now this is 30 for transactional writing, no Pute? I'll show you all. Online, you all are okay, darling. Online students, you all are okay, babies? Any questions so far? Babies, you all can talk to me, you all can type. Any questions so far, darling, of what I've been talking about?
No, miss.
No? All right, awesome. This 30 marks, sweetheart, is separated like this. 15 and 15. Okay. This 15 is for coherence. Am I able to read and understand what you have written? Come, sweetheart. That's why I said I prefer handwritten essays. That is where neatness, right? Can I read and understand? Most of all, I have to understand the sweetheart, what you're talking about. That is coherence. And the other one is task completion. I will be covering all this later. I just want to show you all, okay? Task completion. Task completion means, baby girl, have you completed the task? If it's a letter, have you followed the format? Right? If it's an argumentative essay, have you argued? In an argumentative essay, if you discuss, you're wrong. Right? That is task completion. So that 15 marks are here. Right? The other 15 marks are for paragraphing, sentence structure, all I will be covering. Okay. Sentence structure, spellings, grammar and vocabulary. Fifth one. Paragraphing, sentence structure, spelling, grammar and vocabulary. Punctuation. The other is for punctuation. So this 15 marks are divided like this. So you might get, say, for example, coherence and transaction task completion, you get 10, we will say, out of 15. Here you will get the balance. Or vice versa. Right? So, sweetheart, I want to get these 3 marks for you first. Okay. And okay, now this is the same thing for the whole reading thing, Baba. So that is 60 marks, you all can see there for the writing part, right? This is 60 marks here. So, sweetie, if we do eradicate all our mistakes, right? Say we get 50, we've already passed the exam. Right? We've already passed. If you get a 50, we have already gone to 5. Right? 40 is the 4, 50 is the 5. We have already gone to 5. So then all this is going to be your grade. Right? So that's why I'm starting with the most common mistakes that you all are making. Another reason is, now you will see I have this being and being here. You all will see that. When I was schooling, sweetie, when I was going to school, I had this big problem with being and being. I didn't know which being to use. I'll be honest with you all. Right? I didn't know which being to use. I was always confused with the 2 beings. Right? So I had this teacher, Miss Rosemary, I think. I used to ask her, Miss, can you explain the being to me? Right? She used to say, for this one, put this, for this one, you put this, like that. Yeah, she helped me to get the answer, but she didn't help me to understand. Right? So once I joined the teacher training college, I had a linguistics lecture. Linguistics is where you study the language, right? I said, I forget his name, I think Mr. Dharmasen or someone, I can't remember his name, right? I said, sir, I don't understand the being and the being, right? He's like, Michelle, you're going to be a teacher and you don't know the being and the being? Sweetie, It took him 5 minutes, but he explained the difference to me. Right? So now, like that baby girl, that's why I said, darling, this is your class. You might have doubts like that. Right? I'm not going to tell you the answer. I'll explain to you. Right? If you don't understand, I'll take a couple of examples and explain to you. But you need to take the initiative. It's a two-way street, not one-way street. Understood? You all are paying money to understand the language from me. So if you won't do your homework or you won't concentrate in class, I can't help you. Okay, baby girls, shall we start the class then? We had a long half an hour session of all introductions. All right. You don't have to buy, if you're doing in Platinum, don't buy the textbook. I mean, if you don't buy the textbook, because I'm doing the whole syllabus. The textbooks are very expensive with it. School, of course, I don't know. I can't say you might need for school. If you have a way of not buying the textbook, don't buy it, because I am doing the full textbook. It's very expensive now with the currency market and all that. So it's not only for this subject, it's for all the subjects actually. Don't buy the textbooks. Take one and pass it back, darling, please. Online, you all have the tute, right? Tute 1 in the link.
Yes, miss.
All right, so will you open that, my darling? Download. Son, are you all overseas or you all out of Colombo, or what's happening with you all? Can you all tell me something?
Yes, I'm from Oman.
You're from Oman, okay. Taiba, what about you, my love? Imandeep. Taiba, Imandeep, and Tashnika. Are you all in Colombo or what's happening, sweetie?
Colombo, miss.
You're in Colombo. Closer to Kohola or further on?
Far, miss.
Far. Imandeep, what about you, darling? Tashnika, Imandeep?
I'm in Colombo, Iliandala, actually.
Iliandala. All right. Okay. No, the reason I'm saying is if you all can come for physical classes as much as possible. Not that the online students miss something, but it's better for you all, darling, more interaction, because I don't like doing online classes. I know how online classes, it's boring, right? Right? You don't get that one-to-one interaction when you're doing online classes. That's the only reason, sweetie. All right. Why, my love? Any doubt? Anything? Or just both of you all are chatting to grandma's chatting? Right? Okay. The first one, introduction. Let's start. Most of my tutes are like this. You will get the, okay, you all can see I give an explanation, I give examples, and I give an exercise. And after 2-3 tutes, we have a revision tute also. Okay, we do a revision tute and then we move on to the next. My goal is for you all to understand properly before I go on. Right. The English language is well known for being the language of international communication in the modern world. And wherever you originate from, whatever native tongue you speak, it's likely learning English will be invaluable. Sweetie, for you all, learning English is a must. You all know that English and math are objective subjects, right? What are objective subjects? English and math. Anyone can tell me what's an objective subject? Compulsory, well done. Right? English and math, baby girl, you might get A stars saying all the other 3 subjects, but you fail English and math, you fail the exam. Right? Others are subjective or selective. Right? Now you all know that you only do only 5 subjects for level, right? I know schools do about 8 or 9. My children did 11 subjects in Gateway. Just imagine the money for nothing. Right? You need only 5 subjects. You need English, math, and the other 3 subjects that you're doing, the stream that you're doing. Right? So, okay. So wherever you go, you need English. Correct? Whether you I studied in Sinhala, right? I found it very difficult when you, because because my mother tongue is English, I'm fine. But I found it very difficult because I didn't know the terms. I know, like, for example, I remember when I was at HSBC, we had this kind of math equation to do. The terms were all in English. I didn't know the terms, right? But as soon, the girl next to me was an Indian. She started doing it, then I knew, okay, this is what this means, because I didn't know the terms in English, right? So for y'all baby girls, you need English wherever you go. You know how it is. All the government officers are working in Sinhala, but other than that, every company, you learn English. So you need your basic English. Of course, the English language frequently frustrates new learners. There are a lot of grammatical hurdles. There are a lot of different ways you pronounce words, right? I won't say there is a wrong way or a right way, as long as you can justify it to me. If you can justify it to me, I'm fine. You get what I'm saying, baby girl, right? These are some of the most common mistakes. The there, and there. And a lot of essays, this is the first mistake I see. The there, and there. Right? One is a contraction, the process of shortening. Contraction means shortening or abbreviation. That means, baby girl, the first there is they are. A short form, they are. Right? So if you are shortening the words they are, you will put there. Only to show the contraction there. So this is that there. Right? These are all homophones. Homophones are words that sounds the same, but different spellings. Homonyms, same spellings, like bear and bear. Right? B-E-A-R, bear is the animal. B-E-A-R, bear is to carry. Those are homonyms. Right? These are homophones. Anyway, don't worry about all that things. You don't have to, right? That is just for your emphasis. They are. This is a short form. They are the 2024 Edexcel batch. They are in classroom A3. They are in their first lesson. Understood, Putin? Right? They are all new students. They are all following the Edexcel stream. Okay, now I take a lot of examples like that so that you will understand. Do not make this mistake when you're writing. Sweetie, remember I said here that, okay, grammar and vocabulary. These all go on to that. These are big. In your exam, if you make spellings, right? If you make a mistake, sweetheart, in spelling a big word from here to there, you get all the letters, right? Like I think there's this word that is for volcanic ash, that kind of sickness that you get for volcanic ash. Google it and see. If you watched, there was this Indian boy who spelled it. A long word, right? So if you make a mistake like that, it's not considered a big mistake because that word is difficult. However, this kind of things that you're supposed to know, if you make mistakes, they are considered big mistakes. The examiner won't hesitate in cutting marks. Okay, so this is they are, the contraction. See, they are naughty kids. They are lazy. They are going to be late. They are planning to go on vacation in November. So this is they are. Yeah, darling. It's not asthma attack, no, Pute. It's something like pneumonia, but that's a long word. It's a huge word. It has about more than 26 letters. I'm not kidding you. Check that word. Some mnemonic. I can't spell it. Okay, right. Understood, Pute. This did you all understand? Any doubts? This baby girl, you all can use this there. Now I will tell you all that also. The short forms, contractions, you can use in narrative essays. You can use in letter writing, in not a formal letter, in an informal letter you can use, right? You can use in an article or a speech in the classroom. If you're supposed to give in the classroom, you can use this contraction. They are, the full form should be in all persuasive essays, that is argumentative or discursive essays. Report, they are. Formal letter, they are. Understood? The full form, these are called formal writing. When you're writing formally, you have to use the full form. These are informal writing. You can use it. You can use the contraction. Right? So that also, baby girl, you all need to working on that. Yes, correct, Hakim. That is the word. You saw Imandev. It's like, I don't know how many words are there. He has found the word and it's put here. Right? You all Google it in the, it's what the, I think the condition you get for volcanic ash. Okay, anyway, that's besides the point, right? So when you're writing, this is for formal writing. This is for informal writing. So far, any questions about they are? This simple thing. Any doubts? Anything, sweetie? Anything you want to add? Anything you want to say, no, miss, you're wrong. Hey, you all can correct me. There is no issue. You all can correct me. I'm human after all. Right? You all can correct me. Any doubts, any questions, anything that you all didn't understand about the first they are there? Anything, baby girls? Anyone? Don't be shy. Today you all will be very quiet. After that, I will hear all the grandmas gossiping in one side and all the boys talking about all the games and Fortnite and PUBG and football and all those things. By the way, girly girls, I'm not a girly girl. Yes, I'm a woman, but I'm not a girly girl. So you all will have to excuse me. Most of the examples I take would be about football, basketball, cricket, or rugby. I have 3 sons. With my husband, 4 sons. So 4 boys at home. So I have no choice. Whatever they are watching, I have to watch. Right? So first of all, I apologize to the girls. I'm not a girly girl. I have not watched Moana. I have not watched Aladdin. What are those other movies? Those girly movies? Pocahontas? No, I'm not watched. But I watched all the Spider-Man series. I watched the Batman, all the Batman movies. I watched all the Venom movies, all the Jurassic Park movies. So please excuse me. Another thing I have to tell you all is maybe I'll make mistakes in y'all's names. Initially, I'm not good at names. I'm good at numbers, but not at names. I will make mistakes, right? If I do make a mistake, excuse me, but correct me. Correct me, because your name is your name. It's valuable to you. So correct me if I make a mistake in your name, but excuse me if I make a mistake as well. Okay, right. Understood this there, baby girls? Yes? Any doubts? No? Right. Maybe for some of you all who are good at English, it will be like, oh my God, what is she teaching? This is so basic. What I do usually, darling, is in my first 4 tunes, I do kind of a recap of what you all have studied so far. Now, my second tune after this would be for, I think, punctuations, right? I have 2 tunes for punctuation. Then I have another tune for parts of speech. Right? That, because this is the last chance you will do a recap. Some of you all would have had a lot of issues with the COVID and all, you all couldn't go to school, right? So you all would have missed a lot. Or sometimes I've seen these teachers, they will say, okay, listen, this is like my Miss Rosemary, put this answer for this, but you don't understand what you're doing. Right? So until the fourth period, it's all recap. Right? After that, we start the workload. Right? So for the ones who are really good in English, it might be kind of like a cakewalk, but think of the others. It's for the whole class, no baby girl, right? Next one, the other there is owned by a group. This there only or make a lot of mistakes. T-H-E-I-R. Online, you all can ask me any questions as well. Please unmute yourself. You can do whatever you want and ask me any questions, right? The next one is this there. Right? This there means belonging to a lot. To more than two. Right? There. Right? They are, what shall I say? They are the 2024 Edexcel group. Then which there should I use there? If I say they are the 2024 Edexcel group. This there or this there? This one, they are. Right? Right? Their teacher is boring. Which there should I use? Okay, this is their one, this is their two. Which there should I use? There one or there two?
Yeah, one.
Right? The girls in their class are beautiful. They are one or they are two? They are one? Sure? Huh? They are not studying. That I kind of made it obvious. You know, I broke the syllabus. All right. This there means belonging to a group. Right? Look at the examples there. Their house is extremely big. The house owned by them, belonging to them, owned by them, purchased by them. Understood, Pute? Is, right? The next one, their mum is very pretty. Their classroom is really messy. The black one is their dog. Is that their boot? This is, sweetheart, when you are talking about a group of people. Right? This is the second there. This there you have to obviously use in both kind of, there is no alternative for this. Right? You have to use it for both kinds of writing. Right? Any questions about this there, baby girl? Any questions? No? Yes? Maybe? Not listening to you? Okay. Anything? No. The third there, baby girl, is this there. Right? This there. There. Right? That there has two meanings. Right? One is for a position. Right? Are you okay over there? Which there should I use then? 1, 2, or 3? 3. Right? It's talking about the position. There. Right? The second meaning for that is it's used to indicate the fact. There are how many? More girls or more boys? There are more boys in the classroom. Right? When you start a sentence, when you indicate a fact or starting a sentence, you use this there. Understood, Pute? When you are stating a fact. This is that there. Understood, right? Look at the examples there. there's a, okay, look at for the first one, position. No one is there. The weather is lovely there. The remote is over there by the bookcase. The second there, there's a restaurant around the corner, stating a fact. There is nothing I can do. There are many students in the class. There is supposed to be rain tomorrow. When you're stating a fact or an existence of something, at the beginning of the sentence, usually you use this there. Okay, at the beginning of the sentence. All right. The office is over there. Which there should I use here? 1, 2, or 3? Right. The Cambridge students are there in A2. Which there? Right. They are with Sir Rimas. 1, 2, or 3? They are with Sir Rimas. 2. Right? They are doing accounts. 1, 2, or 3? 2. 1, 2, or 3? 2, baby girl. They are. It's a short form, right? They are naughty kids. 1. They are naughty kids. Right? 1 or 2? 1, 2, 1 or 2? 1.
So what about 2?
I will do things like that to confuse you all. Which is the correct one? 1 or 2? 2. They are naughty kids. They are naughty kids. Understood? Their kids are naughty. Which they are? 1. I will do things like that. I will give wrong answers to see whether you all are concentrating. Understood with it? Right? They are naughty kids is this. Their kids are naughty is this there. Belonging to them. Right? So far, any doubts, any questions, anything you need to be explained further? Nothing? All right. Let's look at the examples, baby girl. Examples are supposed to be where? The words. Okay, never mind. The boat over there is their boat, and they are going to take me fishing next week. Look at the 3 theirs there. The boat over there is their boat, and they are going to take me fishing. Okay. Next one. Put the book over there next to their shelves because they are going to put the books in order. Right? Understood the 3 they are putting. Right? Third one. There is no way I could know it was their paint or they are really not English sharing. Next one. It was always their plan to go to the beach over there because they are big fans of that spot. Right? There is always another opportunity to get on their good side. They are very flexible. Now I used, these are all my examples, that I've tried to use the 3 there so that you all will understand. Another thing I want to tell you all, sweetie, don't share my tunes with anyone. Because this tune took me 3 days to make. Yes, I Google a lot of information I get from the internet. I won't lie to you all, but 99% is my work. Right? Most of the synonyms or anything I'll Google and see. Right? The reason I'm saying is because there was a teacher in Vattala. I'm not going to tell you all the school or where. That teacher was using my tunes. Right? One of the students who was with me, she had borrowed the tune. And she was doing my tune. So the student came to me and she was like, he was like, Miss Michelle, this tune is not yours now. This tune is blank teachers. No, this is my tune. Right? So I had to show him on my laptop that these are my tunes. So teacher, I did this tune, I did this tune, I did this tune with my private teacher. Then I take loads of time to finish a tune. You all will see my tunes are very extensive. I don't watermark it because then sometimes the words are not visible. So please do not share my tunes. I mean, you can share with your friends, I'm fine, but not with other teachers. You know how Sri Lankans are very good at taking someone else's thing and making their own, right? Please, it's a humble request. Next one. There is no shortage of bugs in their garage, so they are going to clean it tomorrow. Right? Their trip to the spa fell through when they got there and saw it was closed, so they are going to the beach instead. Their only hope is that there will be someone to let them in once they are there. Since their plane was 2 hours late, they are glad to finally get there. Right? There was a long wait before their luggage arrived at the gate, but they are finally ready to depart. There was never any doubt that he would go to their old school, and they are so glad that he made the right decision. There is still hope that their dog will be found, so they are offering a reward. Okay, look at the picture, baby girl. There, right? There are 3 dogs. My house is over there. There was a strange noise coming from upstairs. So that there is this stating a fact. There was a strange noise. My house is over there. There are 3 dogs. Is this there? Right? Alice and her sister were playing in their bedroom. They both picked their favorite dogs. That is this there. They are going to the circus. I'm sure they are going to have a lot of fun. There is a shortened form for they are. So far, okay. Any questions? No? Could you all do this exercise? After that, I'll give you all a break. Do this exercise, this 20 over fast. If the there is wrong, write the correct there. If not, no need. Online, can you all also do the exercise, sweetheart? Online students, all of you all put your mobile numbers, right? One, you came late, but you put your number in the form, right? All of you all did, right? You didn't? I gave you, no baby girl, the phone first, huh? Here. I'll put your online students' numbers after. Can you all be good baby girls and put your mobile numbers on this chat? One that you have WhatsApp in. And put there some of the students. You save the name, baby girl? Yeah. You save? No? Some of the students have put their parents' names, I think. Parents' numbers. So do not share anything inappropriate in the group, okay? Keep it for English only. What's your name, son? H-I-M-A-N-I-S-H. Himanish. It's a very uncommon name. Your phone is fine, darling. But you have your numbers are fine, baby girl, for me. calm, calm. Why, son? The tute was sent no Imandevi in the link, baby girl. Six, 1, 6. 1, 0, 3, 2, 4. Taiba, you have not put your phone number, no, darling? Taiba, put your phone number, sweetheart. Guys, let me know when you're finished. Put it in the chat, sweetie, that you have WhatsApp in. Done? Easy, right? Let me know when everyone's done. Online students, you're done, baby girls. Only if it's don't rewrite the whole thing, baby girl. Only write the correct, underline the there, that there that is wrong, and write the there if not too much of work. No, baby, make life easy. If it's correct, leave it as it is. Imandir, put your email address. I'll send you the tute again. Put there, you need to have the tute, baby girl. If not, you're not doing it. Put your email address here. I'll send you the tute. I sent it to you, son, into your email that you put. Yeah. Okay. Do want like this baby girl, you will use a lot of time learning. Only there are 20 questions. I knew you for what matter university. That's what I came here. Yeah, you're done. Everyone else? Okay. It is correct, baby. It's my son. Yeah. This should be. They okay, silence. Yes, my baby. You know what it is? Turn left from here, turn right. The same one. Turn left and turn right, right in the corner. It should have, darling. Check again because it. Let me see whether I've got any error message. No, I've not got an error message, darling. Imandev. I've not got an error message, so you should have it with you. You all are done, baby girls? Shall we correct? Or we'll wait for him? We'll wait for him. So yours next class is at 12:30. 12:15. Yeah. Check Imandev. Whatever email address you say, put, I copied and sent it to you, darling. Okay, my son. Who's still doing? Who's still working? Who's still writing? Okay. How long will you take? 2 minutes? All right. You got it from Tashnika. Okay. I don't know whether it's Tashnika or Tashnika, I think boy, no? Not Nika, right?
Sashnika, miss.
Tashnika, okay. I hope you're not writing the full sentence. You're just correcting with the as. All students, make sure you will have the tune before we start the class, okay? If not, we are going to waste time now, Pute. Anyway, I think we'll be doing tune 1 next week as well. So make sure you'll have the tune with you all. When I give you all essays, I prefer if you all write it in a paper and give me Pute. Because when you all give books, I can't carry books and travel up and down, right? I'll correct and I will put all the comments at the bottom of it, right? So file it after that. The reason is that when you, like, for example, say in Aeon's first essay, I have written like 6 or 7 comments. These are your mistakes. Second essay, it has to reduce. Then only you learn from your. At the end, baby girl, at the end, you will have then a lot of essays plus very reduced mistakes, right? So everything will be underlined and it will be explained. This is a mistake you have done here. You should not do this. Okay. So write it in a paper and file it though, so that you have it for yourself. Sweetheart, you are finished? Everyone? You are in the last one, no, Baba? Let me know. Online students, done, baby girls. So we'll say they are 1, they are 2, and they are 3, yeah, for easy reference. If not, you won't know which they are not put there, if there are mistakes, right? The library book is over there. Which there should it be?
There are 3.
There are 3. Okay, there are 3. Cats use their tongues to groom themselves. That's correct. Yes. Did they forget their lunches at home? They are 1. Who said 3? They are 1. Okay. The students handed in their best work. They are 1. They are 1. This is the day they are not going to forget. They are 2. It's too far, so we don't go there anymore. They are 3. James and Maria hung their coats in their lockers. Huh? Correct, it's correct. Yes, it's correct as it is, right? Next one. There are always enough snacks for everyone. Which they are? Or correct as it is? Correct. The teacher hung their art on the bulletin board. They are 1. You will find the glue and scissors in there. They are 3. Their bus stops there in the morning. Correct. They are going to sing in the talent show. Ah, well done. It's there too. The talent show doesn't belong to them now. Right? So it's there too. They are. They studied hard and did well on their test. They are 1. The girls put their soccer balls away after gym class. Correct. It is a 1-mile ride from here to there. They are 3. Ask your friends if they are ready to begin. They are 2. They are. There is room in the car for 1 more person. Correct. The boys left their jackets at school. They are 1. They are often late for Little League practice. Correct. Okay. First there is what in 20? They are 2. Second there? They are 3. Third there? They are 1. Okay. So they are over there with their parents. All right. Take a break and come 15 minutes. Right? And then we will do the second one. Right? 11:10, come back by 11:25. Go to the washroom, drink some water, stretch yourselves and come back. 15 minutes. But I'm starting at sharp. Okay. Kodari. What's that? Yes, this is the correct. So,
You all mentioned this one and you all mentioned this.
is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Remind me when we come back, darling. Right. Good. Okay, Hakam, once we start, darling. Good. Yeah, not bad. Initially, after that, I'll have no, 2 grandmas are not there. Right. Right. Baby girl, you told me the 6th one, or what was it that I didn't? 7th one, right? James and Maria hung their coats in their lockers. That is the first there. Thank you. Thank you for correcting me. All right. Before I go to you all understood there? Any doubts, baby girls? Any doubts? Anything? No? Well, fine. Can I go to you then? Online? Come, I know you wanted to look at the class, but there are two grandmas who are not in the class. As soon as they come, I'll show you the class. Where did they go? All right. So I am going to erase the board now to do your. Oh, and grandpa is also late. Next time you'll have to do dips here when you get late. I didn't realize that she was not there. Only this two I realized. Online, they are okay online with you all? Understood the three. If they don't make that mistake, that's a big mistake. You'll get a lot of marks cut. Like I told you, the words or the spellings or the grammar that you're supposed to know, if you make mistakes, it's considered a major error. Right, now we are going to do the two yo's. Right, yo and yo. This is again a contraction of the word towards what? You are. Like they are, you have to use this in formal writing. Right? This, of course, you have to use. Okay. The first one is a possessive noun, meaning that something belongs to you or the person you're talking about. This is your classroom. Right? I'll be using that term. I said, this is your class. Right? This is your money. This is your time. These are your grandmas in the class. Right? The two madams of the class. Right? So this your baby girl means belonging. Yo. It's your or yo in a group. This is your class. This is your pen. Right? That yo is that. Second yo is the short form contraction you are. Right? Which we have done. You are a naughty boy. You are very late to class. Right? You are friendly with the other one who is late to class. Right? This is the contraction you are. Any doubts so far? It's simple, but again, another big mistake if you make in your writing. This is belonging, like the THEIR there, like that belonging is this. Right? This is contraction you are. So this is your two. Right, now Hakam wanted to see the class. Hakam, these are some of the students. I don't know their names. Okay, happy?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Look at the example, Pute. That is your toy. The toy belongs to you. Do you want to show me your work? The work that you have completed. I love what you have done to your house. It belongs, always to show belonging. Right? Your dress is really beautiful. You're an amazing person. That is this. Has all your running around made you tired? I wish I had your energy. Yeah, I do wish I had your energy. Okay. Take a break or you're going to tire yourself out. You're my best friend. I think you're the perfect match for the job. Make sure you're healthy. Your hair looks great today. Understood the sentences, baby girls, right? Son, well, okay? Right. Look at the sentence. This is you are. The example, you are, right? It's yours. It belongs to you. Right. Keeping that in mind, could you all fill in the blanks with the you, with the yo. Online, you can send it to me my email. I'll put my email address as well. But handwritten, please, not typed, because when you type, they'll correct the errors. Right? Word will correct your errors, so you will continue to do that errors in the exam. So handwritten essays, please. Online, you all can send me a PDF version or whatever of a handwritten essay. I'll put the topic today. Done, baby girls? All? Done? Online, you all are done, darling? So again, we'll say we are one and we are two. Huh? So you, not one, yeah. You're one and you're two. Where are you and you're one? Your friend going. Your friend's going. I think you're two. You are. Right. I know you're two. Okay, first one. You're two. You're one. You are going to have to clean your room before you go the fourth one. Fifth one. You're two. 6, you're 1. 7, you're 2. 8, you're 1. 9, yes. 10, 11, 12. Okay, are all of your friends coming? You're 1. Both you're 1. Okay, right. 13, where does? You're 1. 14, you're 1. 5, 15, you're 2. One of you didn't know the last one. How come you are not coming with us? Okay. Any questions, darlings? Anything that I missed out, no? Like any questions, baby girls? It might seem easy for you all, but remember, you will make these mistakes, right? Next one. Now, this is a very common mistake students make. It's and it's. You don't know when. Usually, when it belongs to someone, you put the apostrophe. But in this case, you don't. Right? So, this is a common mistake that you all will make. Now, baby, you all remember that when I put that 30 marks, 15 marks for coherence, right? Coherence and task completion, right? That is one of the reasons. Now, if you have noticed, when I'm teaching, I do not use big words. I try to use as simple language as possible. The reason being, darling, that 15 marks for coherence. Yes, go ahead, right? Use good vocabulary. But if you don't know how to spell it, or if you're not sure whether that word is correct, do not use it. Say it in the words you know. Right? Because that 15 marks is, am I able to read and understand? Right? Now, for example, let's take this volcanic ash sickness. You can say there's a very long word in the English dictionary for a condition you get from volcanic ash. Or you can try attempting to write this word. You understood, Pute? Is blah blah. It's a very long name. Is the sickness that you get from volcanic ash. Now, sweetheart, you attempting to write that word and making a mistake doesn't make any sense, correct? So find another way of being coherent. Coherent means, baby girl, can I understand what you're talking about? That's one of the reasons I give you all a lot of examples. When I teach something, I give a couple of examples. So if you don't get it from one, you'll get it from two, from three, whatever. Right? So make sure that your writing is coherent most of the time. Another thing that I have to tell you, darling, is you all have your own vocabulary now, right? Whatever words you know. To be ambitious in your vocabulary, Pute, learn one new word a day. You don't have to use a lot. I'm not asking you to learn a lot. One new word a day. Right? Adding to the existing words that you already know. Learn the spellings, learn how to use it. Sweetie, just think at the end of when you're coming to your exams, that is almost 2 years away from now. So you have more than 800, yes, 365. More than 800, almost 800 new words. Awesome, right? Added to the vocabulary that you already know. Right? So learn one new word a day. And I'm not going to tell you to learn 3, 4 new. I know it's not feasible. It has to be feasible. Feasible means something that we can do. Right? English is not the only subject that you have to study. Right? Learn one new word a day. You will have a lot of words at the end of the 2 years, which you are going to use in your writing. Have a book, whatever, right? Use that word. And as much as possible, when you're talking at home, also use that word instead of the easy synonym. Right? Now, if you take the word hard, what are the synonyms for hard? Tough, difficult, right? Horrendous, right? You can say, okay, can you see Pute? Instead of saying, Mama, it's hard, Mama, I can't do, try using a synonym. The reason I'm saying that, sweetheart, is then when you're writing, baby girl, your writing will reflect that. Because English is what you speak is what you write. Unlike in Sinhala. I used to cry in my Sinhala period. Because Sinhala is, I don't know how Tamil is, but Sinhala is so difficult, right? You have to have that. I remember that, Ukya, Akyata, I don't know, my God, the teacher used to say, make a gallopin, and like in Sinhala, you will say Mama Gia when you're telling. But when you're writing, you will say Mama Gia me. Right? Correct? So in English, it's not the case, baby girl. What we speak is what we write. I don't know how it is in Tamil, so I can't comment on that. So what I'm asking you all is to learn one new word. One new word, enough. Right? That is sufficient. That's ample. Those are all synonyms for enough. Right? Enough, sufficient, ample, will do. Right? Learn one new word, my love, and use that word. So in your essay, my baby girl, the whole essay, if you have to use the word enough, you won't put enough. You'll put ample, you will put sufficient, you will put will do. Right? So then your writing will stand out. You have to think of it from the examiner's point of view. Right? Now I'm just going to say, I don't know your names. Right? Let's say boy A. Sorry, right? Boy A. Right? I am the examiner. I'm reading boy essay. Shape. Right? Boy A, shape. Boy B, shape. Right? The vocabulary is shape. Right? But I get boy C. Right? It's standing out. There's a little bit difference. Won't I give more attention to that essay? Right? As humans, we would. That doesn't mean boy A and boy B, they won't give attention. But the boy C will get a little more attention. As humans, that's the way we are, right, Pute? So baby girl, your essay has to stand out from everyone else's essay. You are guaranteed good marks then. Right? So that's why most of the time I don't use most of the difficult words, because I know some, you've got an ant on your head. Right? I know, like there was this one teacher, one of my students, when she said, Miss, when that teacher talked, I have to have a dictionary to understand what she's teaching. Right? This is not linguistics. If we are studying the language, yes, then my language will also change. Right? We are studying English, we just want that A no pute. We want that A and that A star. Right? At the end of the day, we want that A and the A star. So that's why most of the time I use very simple, easy to understand English, but that doesn't mean, okay, y'all can. What I'm saying is the cohesion should be there. I should be able to read and understand what you're saying. Don't go like this, like this, like this, and catch this. Right? I had one student, I'm not going to tell you the name. Right? She loves, she gives me a lot of essays, right? But she forgets what because she tries to write very long sentences. It's good, you're supposed to do that. But then she forgets the beginning of her sentence. Right? So her cohesion is not there. For example, let's say she's writing about going out for dinner or something. Right? So she will say she loves to write about the BMW and the hotels and all that stuff. So I'll just take one of her examples. She'll say, after my mom dressed in her, whatever, in her designer, some designer name will be there. Okay, and that perfume and all that. We left in our BMW, whatever, huge car name would be there. And we went to Kingsbury for dinner, which is so much. But after that, she'll say, and then we came, when we came out, it was around 3 p.m. and then we came home in our Range Rover. You get what I'm saying, darling? There's no cohesion. Right? I'm like, I have to read it again. Hey, did I get it wrong or did she get it wrong? Right? So it's all, so make sure as much as possible, try to put 2 ideas or 3 ideas into a sentence. Don't go beyond that. That you will be learning when I'm doing sentence structures later. But this is about now, you all have to write an essay that I put, right? So then you want your noun and your verb will have agreement. Subject verb agreement will be there. Then there's no agreement. All right. Right. The next one is its versus its. I think we have time to finish this also. I will finish at 12 because I know you all have another class there. I won't keep you all waiting. What we can do is going forward, if you all need, right, instead of giving you all a break in between the class, I can give you all a break towards the end of the class. Say, instead of finishing at 12, I can finish at 11:45. Then you all will have half an hour to eat something and go to the other class. Whatever suits you all. For me, either way, it doesn't matter. Which would you all choose? Option 1 is giving a break in between the class. Option 2 is at 11:45, so that you all are okay to, you all have half an hour to prepare yourself for the other class. Which do you all want? Option 1 or 2? 2? 2? Everyone? Everyone is doing accounts. Anyone who's not doing accounts? Few students. It doesn't make a difference for you all also, no, Putte? You all get to go early 15 minutes, no? Right? So option 2 is fine with you all. So then shall we stick to that from next week? I'll let you go at 11:45. So I know, Putte, 15 minutes is not enough. In between the class, 15 minutes is enough. But when you have to go for another class, you need a break, you need to eat something, you need to relax your mind a little bit. So we will do that then from next week onwards. Remind me, I might forget in between the class, remind me that this is what we agreed upon. Okay, right. Now let's go and do its and its. Before I do its and its, you all understood there and your. Yes, baby girls, any doubts? If you all have any doubts, you all can text me. Now you all will have my number also, baby girl. Right? I will make sure your doubts are clear. Like I told you, you ask me 100 times, I'll tell you 100 times. Right? Provided you come to class and you do your work. Like you go on a vacation for about 2 months and then you come and say, Miss, can you teach me from 2 to 3? I'm not going to do that. Right? One student told me that. So, Miss, you said you'll teach me 100 times, Miss. So then only I realized that was an erroneous message I gave. Right? As long as you're in class and you want to do your work. Right? So the first is it's. And the second, it's is 1. This is it's 2. All right. Now tell me. Right? What do you think this it's means? Don't look at the cue. Try to tell me on your own. The first it's, what do you think it means? Belonging. Remember your belonging, their belonging, like that. Okay, this means belonging. So that means this is what? What is this then? Contraction. It is correct. It is. So any formal writing, you will use this full term, right? It is and belonging. Do not put. Now we are used to that, Nabutta, right? This is Aeon's. A-Y-O-N. This is Aeon's book. They're used to putting this apostrophe here. Then we're talking about belonging. But here, sweetheart, when we're talking about it, you do not put an apostrophe. It belongs to it. You do not put the apostrophe because the apostrophe means it's a short form. This is a big mistake that students make. Because the whole meaning will change to baby girl. You'll understand what why I mean. The whole meaning will change. If you put an apostrophe here, right? This toy is. Does this sentence make sense? This toy is its. It does not make sense, right? That's what I said, Darling. The whole sentence, it will flip the sentence, right? So now what we're saying is this toy is, it is. What language are we talking about? Right? That's why, baby girl, this is a small thing. But it's a big change when you write. So we have to say this toy is its. No apostrophe. It belongs to it. So far, okay, baby girls? Any doubts? Well, okay? Yeah. Don't look at me like that when I say baby girls. You all are all baby girls. You all will get used to it. Right? You can ask my old students. When they say me, they will say, how are you, baby girl? So I used to call them baby girl. Okay, you all will get used to it. Right? I told you, no. Okay, I was telling you all that. Each lecturer has their own quirks. Now, when you go to Rima sir's class, you will see he'll sing in the class. He'll sing, he'll come up with all these teledrama pieces and all that, right? When you go to Wasim sir's class, you will say, okay, initially he'll say, my darling students, after that he'll call you all buffaloes. It's not derogatory, right? He'll say my buffaloes, he has a few words like that, right? And when you go to Samir sir's class, right? Samir sir will end the class always with on that note, right? So each person has their own quirks. So my thing is I call you a baby girl, right? Anyone is a baby girl. Boy or girl, you are a baby girl. Okay? Because I saw them looking at me, baby girl. Okay, fine. Okay. One is a possessive noun. This is actually, baby, there was an article in the New York Times. I don't have that example here, no? I don't have that example here. There was an article in the New York Times where one of the famous authors had written a book and got the it's wrong, and it does not, like, you see book reviews. In a book review, that author was hammered left, right, and center about getting the it's wrong. It's a very common mistake anybody would do. Right? But make sure you don't do that. Right? Okay. One is a possessive noun. The computer looked through its power. Worked. It should be worked. Or looked good. Okay. Sorry. The computer looked good, though its power supply. Make it look good. Sorry, it doesn't make sense. That sentence doesn't make sense. The computer looked good, though its power supply had failed. Or put worked there, whatever. Right? Looked good or worked. The computer worked, though its power supply had failed. Make that into it. A car is no good without its wheels. Correct, no, sweetheart? What are we going to do with a car without wheels? Like a car without petrol now. Right? No matter what car you have, you see, I don't know, I kind of get a perverse pleasure when I see all these big cars also in the queue. Right? I'm like, very good for you for buying that car now. See, you also, it's wrong, but you get what I'm saying, right? It's like that. Next one, the hotel raised its rates. The house, while old, really has its charms. Right? The other is a contraction. It has been a year since last time they met. It is or it has. It's past tense, it has. The carnier, okay. He doesn't think it's a good idea to spend all his money on video games. She misplaced a phone, but she thinks it's in the car. We need to clean the house, and it's good to be done today. Is this one? Let's look at the examples, baby girl. It's important to express your emotions. Yes, it's very important, whether girls or boys, you should express your emotions. Right, next one. The car needed its brakes repaired. It's so nice to see you. It's been so long since we hung out. We've got to be downtown. Now, when you are confused, see, now see the second one put there. It's so nice to see you. It is so nice to see you. Break the syllables. Then you will know which it's to use. The same way they are, break the syllables. Right? When you break the syllables, you're fine. Next one, we've got to be downtown. It's always raining. This fog is too small. Frog. This book is better than its cover would suggest. Some days I think it's a wonderful bird. She said it's only a 15-minute drive. In its most basic form, this plan will work. I don't know if it's his or not. It's nice inside the house. This cheese is past its expiration date. Its front door will open when you are nearby. Understood the its and the its. Baby girls, any doubts, any questions, please get it sorted out before you move on. Any doubts, any questions? Can we finish this exercise? Look at the picture, baby girl. It's possessive noun. The cat is eating its food. The dog wiggles its tail. London is famous for its tourist attractions. I knew I did this. Next one, it is. It is important to study. It is a huge house. It has been snowing for 3 hours. Could you all please finish this exercise fast? It's not difficult, no, baby girl. Make sure if apostrophe is needed. Make sure you put the apostrophe only if it's needed. Is okay? Are you all okay, darling? Son, understood? Are you all okay, darling? Understood? So you all understood? You understood that? Grandma, you understood? You're okay? Okay, son? That's okay? You don't need to be in a writing book course as such because everything is in the tune itself. Unless, of course, you want to. There's no hard and fast rule. But like I told you, on my account, do not buy the textbook. It's a lot of money to take around these days. Everything is so expensive. Online babies, you all have any questions? Online babies, any questions, darlings? Understood? Any doubts, any questions? By the way, online students, when I give you all a break, when I come back, you all might be on mute. Please send me a message on WhatsApp. I did a whole class for half an hour, keeping them on mute. Finished, darlings? All right. Shall we correct that? Right? I hope that it one or it two. It is not too late to get to the meeting on time. It is. It too. The tree in the backyard has finally lost all of it one. It's. The car is so noisy because it's one. It too. It has been almost. Okay. Number 5. Nobody thinks that it too. It is a good idea. Right? Number 6. Everyone knows that it too or it one? Huh? Good one. It too or it one? You can use both there. You can use both there, correct? Everyone knows that it's his fault. It is his fault. Can we use the other one, possessive? Can we use possessive? Whose fault it is? His. So do we get the answer it's? Do we get the answer it's there? No. So it is it too. I will give you all wrong answers. I told you all. It is it too. Ask who does it belong to? Whose fault it is? It's his fault, not its fault. And if you say everybody knows that it's its fault, then correct, right? Next one. Why did the television lose its one? Unfortunately, it too. A small plane lost. All things considered, it too. Any doubts, sweetheart, of the pre-reading? No? Okay. Then I'll see you all next week. Bye-bye. God bless you all. Be safe. Please write my essays and come. I'll put the topic today. Okay.